By chanting Om, we produce sensation and vibrations to our body in such a manner that each and every cell of our physical being gets rejuvenated, refreshed, and our mind too starts feeling the sense of calmness, happiness. Good morning, everyone. This year, many people are stuck with feelings of aimlessness, emptiness, fearfulness, depression, and all sorts of negative feelings. To tackle this and emerge stronger, yoga is one such prominent way. Yoga. Yes, yoga is the dance of every cell with the music of every breath that creates inner serenity and harmony. Like in psychology, it is said that mental health works on a spectrum from depression to flourishing. Flourishing is the peak of well being, which can be experienced by meditation, deep breathing, and positive approach. So, onus is on us to take proper steps to caring for ourselves, just as we would do when we have common cold, because health of one person may affect the health of others immensely. This is what we have observed recently. We can only live happily if our family, our society, our nation is happy. And that is possible only if each one is physically and mentally healthy. This is the reason we believe in Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina, Sarve Santu Niramaya. Dhanyavad.
The topic for today's assembly is mental and physical health. During these devastating and challenging times, our mental health has been at stake, and it has been impossible for us to find hope. Hope may be hard to find at a moment of crisis, but it feels more essential than ever before. It's part of our shared humanity, a source of delight, and it keeps us focused on a brighter future. While it's hard to be optimistic during these tough times, we should think of being optimistic as our weapon to fight this war against the novel coronavirus. Now, firstly, I would like to call upon Avni for the opening shloka, followed by Rudrakshi with the English prayer and Anshika with the Hindi prayer.
Please join your hands and close your eyes. Om Saraswati Namastobhyam Varde Kamaruprini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Please join your hands and close your eyes. O Lord, our Heavenly Father, who has safely brought us to the beginning of this day, defend us in the same way with thy mighty power, and grant that this day we fall into no sin, neither run into any kind of danger. Thanks be to God. त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुर्सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव या कुन्देन्दुतुषारहारधवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रावृता या वीणावरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युतशङ्कर प्रभृति देवै सदा वन्दिता सा मा पातु सरस्वती भगवती निशेषजाड्यापहा हे प्रभु आनंद दाता ज्ञान हमको दीजिए शीघ्र सारे सद्गुणों से पूर्ण हमको कीजिए लीजिए हमको शरण में हम सदाचारी बने ब्रह्मचारी धर्म रक्षक वीर व्रतधारी बने अस्तो मा सद्गमया तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमया मृत्योर्मामृतं गमया ओम शांति शांति शांति.
Now, I would like to call upon Adya to present the thought of the day.
You are not responsible for your first thought. You are, however, responsible for your second thought and your first action. Do not get mad at yourself for having disordered thoughts. Do not think that you're a failure or you will never recover. Instead, focus on a second thought. What can I do to turn this around? What is a less disordered way of thinking about the situation? And then your first action. Thank you.
Now, I would like to invite Gauri and Anna to introduce us with some ways to improve our mental health.
Today, I will tell you 4 ways to improve your mental health. The first point is daily journaling. Journaling helps both our memory and mental health. Every day, we should write out a to-do list, things we are grateful about, and positive affirmations. Practicing gratitude will be changing how we look at our life and the world around us.
Secondly, increase positivity. Our emotions, feelings, and environment have a huge impact on our mental health. If our environment is full of positivity, it will begin to transfer into other parts of our life.
And the third point is focus on self-care. Self-care is all about taking time to do the things we love. So spend some more time reading, painting, listening to music, exercising, and doing yoga.
Lastly, let go of expectations. We are constantly surrounded by the expectations. They hold us back and limit us from achieving our potential. Identify the expectations you and others have for yourself and begin breaking them down. Thank you.
Now, I would like to call upon Anushka for the Hindi story.
इस कहानी का शीर्षक है स्वास्थ्य ही सबसे बड़ा धन है, स्वास्थ्य ही संपदा है। एक बार की बात है, गांव में एक धनी व्यक्ति रहता था। उसके पास पैसे की कोई कमी नहीं थी, लेकिन वह बहुत ज्यादा आलसी था। अपने सारे काम नौकरों से ही कराता था और खुद सारे दिन सोता रहता था। वह धीरे धीरे बिल्कुल कर्महीन हो गया था। उसे ऐसा लगता जैसे मैं सबका स्वामी हूँ, क्योंकि मेरे पास बहुत धन है, मैं तो कुछ भी खरीद सकता हूँ। यही सोचकर वह दिन रात सोता रहता था। लेकिन कहा जाता है कि बुरी सोच का बुरा नतीजा होता है। बस यही उस व्यक्ति के साथ हुआ। कुछ सालों से ऐसा महसूस हुआ जैसे उसका शरीर पहले से स्थिर होता जा रहा है। उसके हाथ पैर हिलाने में भी तकलीफ होने लगी। ये देखकर वह व्यक्ति बहुत परेशान हुआ। उसके पास बहुत पैसा था। उसने शहर से बड़े बड़े डॉक्टर को बुलाया और खूब पैसा खर्च किया, लेकिन उसका शरीर ठीक नहीं हो पाया। वह बहुत दुखी रहने लगा। एक बार उस गांव से एक साधु गुजर रहे थे। उन्होंने उस व्यक्ति की बीमारी के बारे में सुना, तो उन्होंने सेठ के नौकर से कहा कि वह उसकी बीमारी का इलाज कर सकते हैं। ये सुनकर नौकर सेठ के पास गया और साधु के बारे में सब कुछ बताया। अब सेठ ने तुरंत साधु को अपने यहाँ बुलवाया, लेकिन साधु ने कहा कि वह सेठ के पास नहीं आएंगे। अगर सेठ को ठीक होना है तो वह स्वयं यहाँ चल कर आए। सेठ बहुत परेशान हो गया, क्योंकि वो असहाय था और चल फिर नहीं पाता था। लेकिन जब साधु आने को तैयार नहीं हुए तो हिम्मत करके बड़ी मुश्किल से साधु से मिलने पहुंचे, पर साधु वहां थे ही नहीं। सेठ दुखी मन से वापस आ गए। अब तो रोजाना का यही नियम हो गया। साधु रोज उसे बुलाते, लेकिन जब सेठ आता तो कोई मिलता ही नहीं था। ऐसे करते करते 3 महीने गुजर गए। अब सेठ को लगने लगा जैसे वह ठीक होता जा रहा है। उसके हाथ पैर धीरे धीरे काम करने लगे। अब सेठ की समझ में सारी बात आ गई कि साधु रोज उसे क्यों नहीं मिलने आते थे। लगातार 3 महीने चलने से उसका शरीर काफी ठीक हो गया। तब साधु ने सेठ को बताया, बेटा, जीवन में कितना भी धन कमा लो, लेकिन स्वस्थ शरीर से बड़ा कोई धन नहीं होता। तो मित्रों, यही बात हमारे दैनिक जीवन पर भी लागू होती है। कितना भी पैसा कमा लो, लेकिन स्वस्थ शरीर से बढ़कर कोई पूंजी नहीं होती। किसी ने ठीक ही कहा है कि मंजिल मिल ही जाएगी राह में चलते चलते। फिक्र तो वो लोग करें जो घर से निकले ही नहीं, जिन्होंने कोशिश ही नहीं की। धन्यवाद।
ठीक कहा तुमने अनुष्का, कर्म करना अति आवश्यक है। Now, I would like to call upon Arna for her self-composed English poem.
I would tear apart this constructing veil that chokes my mind and cleats me to the soil. I would try again and gladly fail and consider it worthy of my toil. If only I could see in me some change. If only I could find that other me. If only I could venture past the strange. That is my normal and set me free. Then I used to fight with my brain, and everyone started to call me insane. I set up my mind to ignore any grain till I brought about in myself a change. Don't be surprised if one day I break this shell. I wish to see the heaven in my den. Thank you.
Now, I would like to call upon Afni and Rudrakshi to share their opinions and views on physical health.
All children and adolescents should do at least 60 minutes a day of moderate to vigorous intensity physical activity as suggested by experts. This should include activities which strengthen your muscle and bone at least 3 days per week. Do you know that doing more than 60 minutes of physical activity daily will provide you with additional health benefits?
We are really sorry, adults, but we have suggestions for you as well. All the adults should do at least 150 minutes of moderate intensity physical activity throughout the week, or at least 75 minutes of vigorous intensity physical activity throughout the week. Even the adults with poor mobility should do physical activity to enhance balance and prevent falls on 3 or more days per week. Thank you.
Now, I would like to invite Vamika and Rudrakshi to shed some light on developing a strong mindset during challenging times.
Shift your focus. While we cannot control the COVID 19 situation and the consequences, we can control how we think about it and where we choose to focus our attention. Remember that this pandemic will not be with us forever. It's not permanent. Do not allow it to impact every area of your life. You can stay stuck in the negativity and uncertainty or shift into different thoughts that will enable you to find coping strategies and stay resilient. Being optimistic can buffer against stress and provide some healthy perspective, harnessing technology for positive coping. This pandemic has provided us with the great opportunity to help and heal the society through the power of social media. We can create awareness and reconnect with people. A call may make someone stay. It is safe and the best way to make someone battling COVID feel better. Through my experience, I can say that a call makes someone's soul feel good and brings positivity during COVID.
Check your thoughts. Thinking is an important process, but we should always be careful about our thoughts because sometimes they can cause a negative impact on our well being. Be open to new ways of doing things. Change is important in our life. External change prepares you for future, while internal change gives you experience and encourages you to move forward. Thank you.
I would like to request Principal Ma'am to come and encourage us with some words.
Good morning, teachers and students. Very well chosen topic, very relevant in the present times. You see, children, you spoke of yoga, right? And you also you related it with physical fitness. That's a fact. But we need to understand whether we are talking of asanas or we are talking of yoga. When we talk of yogasanas, then we take both the aspects together, that is physical and mental health. When we talk only of asana, it is just like an activity which you are doing in a gymnasium or anywhere else, maybe in the field, where you are taking care of only your physical body. Now, in the present times, the pandemic, as you are saying, has taught us that both of them are related. And you can go back to your life that you spent all these days. Whenever you hear something that disturbs you internally, something that disturbs the mind, your body loses its coherence. You may have heard your adults around you saying, I am not understanding what to do. I'm trying to find this thing, but I'm going in the other direction. So that is when your mental being is not able to control your physical being. So we have to look at the development of both of them. Yes, through physical activities, as you have suggested. All right. And along with that, the mental being has to be taken into consideration, because the thoughts that we have, that have a bearing on our physical health, emotional health, and mental health. I feel there are 5 phases of your mental being. One, development of the power of concentration, the capacity of attention. All of us know that if we are not able to concentrate on what's happening around us, how do we feel? Then, after this power of concentration, or along with it, you can say, is the capacity to expand, widen, understand more complex thoughts so that you become richer in your thoughts. And then, the most important, whether it is for teachers, students, or for anyone else, anywhere, is the organization of your ideas around a central idea. Now, you are able to do that and arrive at that supremely luminous idea. That luminous idea is that, wow, that idea only when you are in complete control of your mental health, by taking care also of your physical health, so that this luminous idea becomes that idea which guides you in life. You've heard, no, Abdul Kalam had said, dream big, think of that idea, think of good thoughts till those thoughts become an idea. So this kind of idea which is going to take you forward is the supremely luminous idea. But you can arrive at this supremely luminous idea only when your physical body and mental body are working in complete cohesion. Okay? To do all this, there are 2 ways. One, controlling your thoughts. That is, rejection of all the undesirable thoughts, so that you are able to think only when you want to think and what you want to think. None other than the present generation can know this more, because somehow this generation is blamed of being hooked to social media. I don't believe that, children, because even the adults are hooked to social media. So when you want to finish the work and rush to that social media, or when you are looking at it and you want to rush back to your word, you are not able to reject the undesirable thoughts. And that is why the work that you do does not have that kind of perfection. That is why mentally you feel tired. And when you feel mentally tired, you feel, okay, let me sleep. So it is essential to control and reject the undesirable thoughts whenever you want. And to do this, one way is that you divert your attention. But diverting the attention is only one little aspect, because the actual thought remains, and your thoughts are what are interfering with your development. So then what is the best way? The best way is to develop mental silence and calm. So you have to be in perfect calm and perfect silence at some points of time during the day. Develop that habit of absolutely calming your mind by being in perfect silence, because the mind needs this rest. And when it is rested, then all the 3 above which I've said, development of the power of concentration, capacity to expand, widen, understand complex thoughts, and weave them around a central idea, all of them are possible. If you change from one activity to another, it may not always be possible. So when you become in complete silence, when you concentrate and you develop this power to sort out your thoughts, then you are internally connected with yourself. And that is what yoga is. So you have to practice yogasanas. That means when you are in the asana, you have to enjoy it completely. You have to do it with complete concentration, so that your mind and body both become physically healthy. You've chosen a great topic, children. These 2 are very much interrelated. And in this attentive tranquility, which we in our school are time and again stressing on, that be fully aware that you are trying to calm yourself, trying to become tranquil, this feeling will open up all those new possibilities that you need. This is what we did when the pandemic had affected the entire city, our homes. We tried to remove those thoughts and silence the mind. So when you silence the mind, it opens new possibilities, one. And secondly, it teaches you that there are certain things which can't be changed, so they have to be removed. We all learned. We lost so many people, but we learned that at some point you have to leave. That thought cannot take you far, so you just have to offer it calm your mind so that your physical being and mental being are not affected. So thank you once again, immense gratitude for the way you began the assembly with Om and all of you, the way you spoke. But children, keep these thoughts in your heart. If you leave them after this assembly, then they will have no meaning on your mental health or physical health. Practice them.
Now I would like to call upon Gauri for the last shloka.
ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मोक्षीयमामृतात् ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः